What's up, Schmoedown fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. I'm Star Wars competitor Andrew Dimalanta.
And I'm Nicki Dimalanta.
Eventually. So, God, what? Five big matches. Five matches.
So many matches.
So many matches this week, including one massive,
big old pay-per-view.
The Schmoedown Throwdown. So this is, I say it all the time before, it's like, this is your spoiler warning. Get out of here if you haven't seen it, because
if you haven't
massive,
seen any of the matches during the week.
Yeah, but especially the pay-per-view.
If you haven't seen, if you haven't seen Bibiani Oyama, if you haven't seen Dimalanta Damon,
get out of here.
You should, and you don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah,
you should absolutely leave now and come back later,
because we're just gonna get into it.
We're gonna go right into it.
it.
So, and I mean right into it.
I don't like that. I want to. Can we try it again?
If you want to.
Yeah, we'll try it. Let me. Let's try it again. What's up, Schmoedown fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. I'm Star Wars champion Andrew Dimalanta.
I don't even want to follow that.
Star Wars, the movie trivia Schmoedown, Star Wars champion Andrew Dimalanta. God, it feels so good to say.
It's crazy.
It feels so good. But 5 matches, after I say that, 5 matches to go over this week.
That's going to be the last one, so well.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it
eventually. But we have so many more matches to go through. And God, there are a couple really good ones too.
Oh, there's some bangers out there.
Minus the Throwdown.
Well, yeah, all of them. I mean, yeah, like we said, let's just jump right into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the first one we've got an Intergeekdom match, and we've got Brandon the Hitman Hot Man.
Oh wait, do we have any announcement? We do have an announcement.
That's all you, baby.
I think so.
I feel like there was something that you were like, "Oh, we should mention that," and then I forgot.
I forgot it already. I mean, Grace came in and no, that wasn't it. Was there a cutscene for this one? I don't think.
Yes, there was.
Yeah. So yeah, well,
my bad.
Sorry, my brain is mush after this past week.
Mine too, but mostly him. But yeah, no, it's the Intergeekdom match. It's Brandon the Hitman Hannah of the Stars versus Eric Z-Man Zipper of Swag. Mm-hmm. There is an opening scene. It's Zipper and Winston, and it's where Winston's kind of like, "Hey man, go ahead and just lay it on me. Everybody else is, go ahead and just tell me how much you hate me now."
Yeah, because the whole like hate against Winston, like
whatever's going on there,
I have no idea.
And Zipper kind of had like a serious look on his face and everything and whatever, and then he was just like, "But I miss you, man."
Yeah, this was a heartwarming cutscene. It was
really
so cute.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Zipper said he's done with being mean. He just likes smiling now, and they just talked about how much they miss each other.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
And don't want to be mean no more.
Yeah,
yeah, I heard that, and it was really cute, and it was the perfect way to kick off this match because I love the chemistry between Winston and Zipper. And obviously, I'm sure it comes from the fact that they're like bros in real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Perfect way to start the match because it was like, oh, that was nice, heartwarming,
it was great.
Wholesome, pure. Mm-hmm. Let's get into it.
Yeah, and before we get into the match, like these are two Intergeekdom players. So, like, don't like people are really looking at this like Eric Zipper and Brandon Hannah. Like in past matches, you'd probably like Brandon Hannah and Derek Zipper. I don't care about this match. It's not like big names, whatever. It's like this is man.
They might not be, Chandru and Mara at this point.
Yeah.
But they are at least, you could say, rising names.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. That's to be said. So, no, this was one that you definitely had your eyes on because I feel like both of these guys definitely have something that they want to prove.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, in the division, And multi-division competitors, too.
True.
So, that's something that they have their name, too. Like, not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, getting into it, round 1. Brandon missed a question about Manta from Aquaman.
Black Manta.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then something about Mad Max, something about Lego Batman. Mm-hmm. They both missed a Harry Potter question. Mm-hmm. And then Zipper missed something about Halle Berry and X-Men.
Oh, how many movies was Halle Berry in?
Yes,
In
in
X-Men.
X-Men. And so Zipper did miss that one. So by the end of round 1, 6-8 in favor of Zipper.
Mm-hmm.
Round 2, Brandon spins away from graphic novels, and then he gets graphic novels.
Schmoedown wants,
He goes to multiple choice thrice. He misses one, it gets stolen. Misses the second one, no stolen. Gets the third one right. Zipper goes. He gets opponent's choice. Oh boy. And he's given DC. He goes to multiple choice twice, gets both of them. So he did great.
Great, yeah.
Widens the gap a little bit to 11-17 in favor of Zipper.
Yeah.
Round 3, 2-pointer for Brandon. Mixed bag. Ew. Which X-Men film begins with the quote, "Mutants, since the discovery of their existence, they've been regarded with fear, suspicion, often hatred." He missed it. It was X-Men
2. Great movie. I love that movie.
Was it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm not even sure if I've seen it.
It's like my third favorite X-Men film, I think. It's tied for third, I think, with First Class.
Is it the one? I don't know.
It's-
I can't even. I can.
Yeah, there's so many X-Men films now.
I remember Days of Future Past and First Class, and that's about all I remember.
Yeah.
Like the one with Kevin Bacon.
That one's First Class.
Yep, remember that one. The one where there's a bunch of young mutants, like they're living in a dorm and they're like
That's First
being
Class.
naughty with their powers.
That's First Class.
Yep, remember that. I couldn't tell you what happens in X-Men 2. 3-pointer for Brandon. Heroes. Of the MCU solo films that have sequels, only one character's movies have been all helmed by different directors. Which character is that? Wow.
Yeah, I remember this is a 3-point
That's
question?
a hell of a question.
Yeah. I mean, you can easily, I think what really gets me when they said that question was, how long the question was. Because when you just take the information out of it, it's like, all right, they're basically asking which MCU film has a different director for the sequel. It's like,
for all the movies, yeah.
yeah, and it's like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Thor.
But still, no. I still was like, what? I didn't know that. But no, he got it. Thor, he got it right.
yeah.
Stays with Brandon for his 5-pointer because he was definitely in a bit of a hole going into
Yeah,
this round.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was definitely in TKO,
TKO territory.
Should have mentioned that. But now here we are. Brandon's 5-pointer. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I was like, oh, maybe it'll be the first one, the best one, the only one that I will acknowledge.
TMNT,
and then the
yeah.
first words are in TMNT, out of the shadows. I'm like, ugh, I'm done already. Ew.
Was this the animated one? I can't remember.
I think
yes, it was.
I assume TMNT
I
is always animated when that's the title.
Yeah, and I do remember liking this movie. I was like, oh yeah, this is fun.
I probably blocked it because I just want to see
It's
the
not the
original.
Michael Bay ones. The Michael Bay produced ones,
Oh.
at least.
No, give me the original
didn't
one.
like
Give
the
me the
second
original
one at
one
all.
where when they're in the suits and they laugh really hard, you can see the actor in the mouth of the costume. Oh my god, so good. That's the only one there is for me, baby. And anyway, in this one, the film begins with the Turtles attending a basketball game for which team? The New York Knicks. He got it right.
That was his.
That was his 5-pointer.
His 5-pointer, really?
I feel like his 3 and his 5.
Yeah, they should have been switched.
I mean, again, subjective.
subjectively, sorry, but
But when I heard his 3, I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's all. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, because for me, again, subjectivity. I think the whole point. They live in New York. They go to a basketball game. You're a New York fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Knicks rule.
Yeah, the Knicks rule.
So I don't know. Maybe if you're not a sports fan, maybe you don't know the name. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It again, it's all subjective. I was like, wow, that's a 5-pointer.
I'm not sure I would have. I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure I would have been like, oh yeah, duh.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
then again, Harloff does say if you're if you've seen the movie, you maybe have seen the trailers, but if you're a sports fan, they live in New York. The Knicks are in New York, so you can guess at it. So
yeah, no, I don't think I would. How embarrassing for me. 2-pointer for Zipper. So now we are no more threat of TKO.
yes,
Eric Zipper.
no negative point threat.
True. Indiana Jones, who plays Marion Ravenwood in Raiders of the Lost Ark, Karen Allen. He got it. 3-pointer for Zipper. Jurassic Park. In Jurassic Park, when Dennis Nedry is first introduced, he's in what capital city of Costa Rica?
Oh
I
yeah,
love-
this yeah.
I love how somebody in the Facebook group was like, it's just a geography question. They could have just been like, hey man, your category is Indiana Jones, and your question is, what's the capital city of Costa Rica? Anyways,
I didn't do well in geography, my
I
man.
am the worst at geography, so I'm with you there, Eric.
Where do you live? That's the best kind of geography I can
San
get.
Jose. He got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What city do I live in? I can tell you that one. Anyway, San Jose. He missed it. 5-pointer for Zipper. Here's where it's like, oh no.
Mm.
So if he misses it, he loses. If he gets it, we tie and we go to overtime.
Yeah.
So 5-pointer for Zipper. He gets graphic novel adaptations. Rears his head again. Which graphic novel?
Oh yeah.
Novel?
Novel.
Which graphic novel adaptation ends with the line, "No one will ever forget that night and what it meant for this country, but I will never forget the man and what he meant to me."
I guessed this.
You sure did.
I guessed.
I was
like,
there for
it
that.
sounds like something from V for Vendetta. I've seen the movie once. I was like, God, it sounds like V for Vendetta.
And you are correct, sir. So
Not that I'm saying that I'm better than Eric Zipper. It's just it was a off the wall. What's her name? Your
Stacey
profession-
Howard.
It was a classic Stacey Howard
context
guess.
clues, kind of.
Yeah, I was
you know.
V for Vendetta.
But no, Eric got it.
Yeah.
So 19 and 19. Now, my dudes, we go into sudden death. There's
Man.
really I don't want to suck up too much time like actually saying all the questions.
Yeah.
But so they both get question 1. They both get question 2.
Mm-hmm.
They both get question 3. They both get question 4. They both get question 5. Question 6 comes along. Mask of Zorro. They both missed it.
Yeah.
So the dance continues. Question 7, they both got it. Question 8, they both missed it. Something about Transformers. Sam and Michaela were in school since what grade? First grade.
First grade.
They
yeah.
both missed
I guess
it.
5th, and it was completely wrong.
Question 9. In the Hobbit films, what is the name of the hedgehog that Radagast finds dying
Yeah.
and magics back to health? It was Lil Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
And Zipper did miss.
And Hannah gets
so in
it.
a surprising, intense turn of events,
Yeah.
Brandon Hannah comes back from absolute TKO territory
And
to win
comebacks
this
to win
match,
in sudden death.
25-26, 9 questions deep.
Yeah.
Into sudden death.
Yeah. And if not for a certain match that we're going to be talking about later, this would have been match of the week.
Yeah.
This would have been match of the week. This has to be nominated for one of match of the year.
Yeah.
Because this is a match where you like everybody's like,
It's over.
it's over. It's over. Schmoedown has taught us nothing. It's never over until
Until
it's over.
Well,
Until
I was going to say something and then I was like, well.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
But yeah, no.
it's not over until it's absolutely over.
Until it's definitively over.
Yeah. And
so, yeah.
this wow, what a win for Hannah. Like,
Yeah.
He's one of those players got bad rolls sometimes, and finally something happens in his favor.
Yeah.
And you hate to see this happen to certain competitors where oh man, you can't pull out your last 2.
Yeah.
And then it really ends up costing you.
Yeah. But the great thing about this match is that you got to give credit to Roxy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously the credit goes to Brandon because, I don't know, he's the one who played.
Yeah.
But you also need to give credit to Roxy because if she does one thing well, she keeps her players' heads in the game and she will say, hey, man, snap out of it.
Yeah.
This isn't over. We've seen her do it time and time again with Jeff Snyder.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And not that Brandon was, beating himself up and, flipping tables around. But, you could kind of see it on his face. He was a little deflated, maybe even feeling a little defeated.
Yeah, had misses in the first. It was a steal in the second.
Yeah.
And not the best first couple rounds. Kept his head in the game.
And then rocked to third round.
Rocked the third round, and then rocked the sudden death. Because that's it's it's only one question swing. It's that's sudden death, man. That's
how it goes.
That's how it goes.
That's the nature of the game.
Yeah.
And so it was an exciting match, twists and turns.
Absolutely.
Lord knows everybody loves that. So yeah, 25-26, Brandon Hannah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, and
he gets by with that victory.
yeah, and I don't want to say squeaks by this one because this is an earned victory.
This was earned.
An earned victory
Yeah.
for Hannah, and I couldn't be happy for him. And it weren't for, again, I'm sorry, another match later on in the week, he'd be player of the week for me.
Yeah.
Because it's don't count yourself out. It's
Not
not over
at
till
all.
it's over. And he came back and an amazing comeback victory.
I don't know what it is about these last 2 seasons. Last season and this season, we're only, a month in?
Yeah.
And it's just we've seen so many crazy, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
We knew for certain this was going to happen. And then, out of left field, this happens. So many crazy twists and turns. It's my heart can't take it too much. Oh my God.
Yeah,
well,
so-
we'll get further into that later.
Yeah, so that was a great congratulations
Brandon
to
Hannah,
Hannah.
excellent victory.
An awesome
and
victory.
Eric Zipper,
My dude, man.
What are you gonna? What are you
gonna do?
You can't hang. You can't. It's really easy from the sideline to be like, you can't hang your head about that. Like, of course they're going to, but I don't think he has anything to be. Sometimes it just happens.
It happens. Sometimes.
So he's gonna be back, obviously, and he's gonna fight back, and he's gonna learn from this. They both will.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see what happens. I'd be excited to see these two face each other again.
Oh yeah, no, I most definitely think we will see them in
a tournament.
Maybe?
That would be an exciting matchup.
And you know, I'm Harloff or apparently Grace now.
Yeah.
Wink. We'll be looking at these two, and it's like when tournament season comes around, it's like, oh,
that's gonna be a spicy one.
Either put them in the first round or get them a possibility in like semifinals or something like that, because this is gonna be an awesome rematch.
That's gonna be
if it happens.
One. It's gonna be good. So, next match, we got Lacey Gillerin and Evan Bushkar, gold leader. But before we get to that, there's an opening scene. So Grace is checking in with Christian, checking in on what he's doing. And he's like, I've just been working my butt off. Tirelessly working to make the slate of matches for the month of April.
And maybe beyond, yeah.
And maybe even beyond. And I think he said that he was like almost done or what. I don't know.
I think I think he was done with the slate. Like, I would like to show you, get the stamp of approval from the president.
Yeah. And then Grace's like, that's cute, but you can just toss it right in the garbage, my dude.
Yeah. It's like, I want to, congratulations on all that, like fine
good
work.
Job,
give yourself a good pat on the shoulder.
Good job, baby.
And then, just throw it away.
Yeah.
Because we're doing
Throw it away because they're using hers. And she's going to announce the next bunch of matches later on in the week, which did happen. And my God, there was a lot of announcements.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get to all of them. So
no, we sure won't.
And can we get more people in the Patreon or buying the pay-per-views, because we need to buy Harloff a set of headsets, because I imagine this is the last
for his
this isn't the last time he's going to be throwing his headset against the desk.
Oh no, every time, because I'm like, Andrew, do those look expensive?
The same ones as these, and they are not cheap.
I don't think I'm going to see Andrew throwing those down anytime soon. So I admire Christian's commitment to the role. And the other little caveat that she had was she wants him to change his Facebook account to a picture of like a lioness or something, and to change the name. Yeah. So now if you're, perusing the Facebook group,
it's,
and you see Grace Schmoedown posting with a picture of a little lioness.
Yeah,
that's what's going on.
She's taking over the Facebook group,
she's
apparently.
Taking over.
And God, Grace is so good.
She is.
We'll get to it,
so
because
good.
we see her in another one where it's just like,
she's just
the character work with Grace is like on fire in her next cutscene.
Immaculate.
So good.
So
good.
Heading into a Star Wars match.
Oh, I had my eyes on this one, obviously.
Yes.
I had all my eyes on this one because I wanted to see what these two had. I wanted to see what they're made of.
A lot of talk coming from both sides. So we've got the one and only. I don't know if it's Lacey, the one and only. I don't know where it goes. Sometimes I forget.
I think it's the one and only.
The one and only Lacey Gillerin representing the Den. And then you've got Evan Bushkar, gold leader, representing the Finstock Exchange. Spicy. So round one. They both missed the same question when it was something about how long it had been since Jin had seen her dad in Rogue One.
Yeah, and it was
15 years. So they both missed that one. And then Lacey missed a quote question with who said that soon you'll learn to appreciate me.
Jabba. And
Gross.
she said Palpatine, I believe.
I believe so. So 8-9 in favor of Evan. Round two. Lacey goes first. She spins away from the Phantom Menace because she was like, hey man, whatever. I'm here to have fun. Let's see what the universe gives me. She spins away, gets solo. She goes to multiple choice on how much Kira, while they were at the spaceport, how much did Kira tell the Imperial Guard that the coaxium she had was worth?
Yeah.
She went to multiple choice. She did miss it, and Evan did steal it.
Yeah.
And then she goes to multiple choice again. Ooh, this one. I'm so dumb. I was about to say, ooh, another solo question. Forgot she spun solo. It's round two. It's been a long weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
It has been.
Wow.
It has been a weekend. I'll say that much.
She went to multiple choice. It was about the opening text to Solo, and that Lady Proxima, offers what two things to her, constituents.
Yeah.
And it's shelter and protection. And she did get it after multiple choice. Evan goes. He spins opponent's choice.
Oh, yeah. And they gave him Rogue One?
I have no further notes, which means he must have gotten a perfect round. And no multiple choice either.
No multiple choice, yeah.
So now at the end of round two, it's 15-20 in favor of Evan. Round three. 2-pointer for Lacey.
Mm-hmm.
Empire. After Luke was revived from the Wampa attack, Han said he looked strong enough to do what?
Pull the ears off a
Pull the
Gundark.
ears off a Gundark. She got it. 3-pointer for Lacey. Heroes. Itch on my foot. Sorry. How many Star Wars movies does Captain Ramus Antilles of Alderaan appear in? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I personally heard this question. I'm like, wow, that's a good question.
Yeah, it is. It's a cross movie question.
That is a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
because what was the category? It was Heroes.
Heroes.
Yeah, I want to see more of these
that was
categories.
A fantastic question.
Yeah.
And she did miss it. I believe she said 2.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had to guess, I would go ahead and guess she might have forgotten about Rogue One.
Yeah,
I think
either Rogue One. She might have either forgot about Rogue One or Revenge of the Sith.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter anyway.
The answer was 3.
But the answer was 3. I was just blown away because I'm like, that's a great.
That's
question.
a great question. Like these cross movie questions are what kind of you can trip up on. You can like forget like, oh yeah, that's right, he was in that movie.
Yeah, I heard that and I was almost kind of like, wow, in a rookie match, I'd almost feel like that would be a 5-pointer.
Yeah,
but it's a Star Wars division, so it kind of just is what it is at this point.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
5-pointer for Lacey. Return of the Jedi. If you weren't sure. Ooh, God, another good question.
This is another like, wow, well, this is a good one.
Deep Roy played the flute-playing member of the Max Rebo band. What is his name? Oh man, and I heard this question. I'm like, oh my God, that's such a great question because I remember.
You remember?
I remember reading the name Deep Roy
mm-hmm.
in my various study sessions. And I was kind of like in my brain, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of going between 2 characters,
mm-hmm.
context clues, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, it was Droopy McCool, and she got it right. Fantastic
pull. Because that's not an easy question.
No.
It's not an easy question.
No. He's like the big old marshmallow dude. But that was an excellent job. I was
Why
very
is the
impressed.
Marshmallow Man in Star Wars?
I was really impressed by that.
Yeah.
2-pointer for Evan. In The Last Jedi, when Luke asked Rey what she knew about the Force, she replied, it's a power the Jedi have that allows them to control people and do what? Make things float.
Yeah, that was his 2-pointer?
That was a 2-pointer.
Mm-hmm.
And he did get it.
Mm-hmm.
3-pointer for Evan. In A New Hope, what are the names of Luke's 2 friends that he mentions have left while having dinner with his aunt and uncle in A New Hope? Mm-hmm. And it was Biggs and Tank.
That's what you say when Biggs and Tank left.
And he did get it.
Mm-hmm.
So our ending score there, 22
mm-hmm.
to 25 in favor of Evan Bushkar, gold leader.
So what were your impressions of these 2 competitors?
The impression was that, and I feel like this gets said a lot.
Yeah.
Almost to the point where I'm like, what does this even mean anymore? But they really did come to play.
Mm-hmm.
Evan only missed 1 question.
Mm-hmm.
So he had an excellent showing.
Yes.
Lacey, yeah.
She
obviously missed a couple more than
mm-hmm.
he did, but I was impressed. I don't.
Her 3 and her 5.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, she did miss the 3, but her 5-pointer, I was like, wow, that was really good. I'm really impressed by that. So, I think it's a strong first showing for both.
Yeah, it is. I was impressed with these 2, especially Lacey's 5-pointer. Not an easy question.
No, and her 3-pointer, not an easy question.
Because she has a couple slip ups here and there. But
Who
again,
doesn't,
you have wins and you have learning opportunities.
Exactly.
You're gonna take this and figure out what you need to brush up on. As for Evan Bushkar, like you got the win, man.
Yeah.
You missed 1 question. You didn't have to answer your 5, and sometimes the 5 is the test of a really good competitor. So we'll see what happens when he's forced to answer a 5 and see if he can pull that one out.
Yeah.
But good.
Absolutely.
You got the win.
Great.
You got the win. Not everybody wins their first Star Wars match.
True.
Not everybody wins their first 2 matches.
Also true.
So to both of these competitors, like you win their first one, that's great, but keep the steam. See if you can keep that steam going.
Yeah.
And for Lacey, don't hang your head. There's plenty of more. We have 2 Star Wars tournaments. We have an 8 competitor and a 16 competitor tournament.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
That's gonna be massive. So we'll definitely be seeing these 2 again.
100%.
Yeah, because I was very, very impressed with the 5-pointer. I was like,
yeah,
whoa, man, that
was great.
That's a good one. That's a very good one.
So excellent match. Great job to both competitors.
I always forget Eric is the guy that was the Facebook group, respect to my name type
Evan.
of stuff. Evan, yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
Definitely. yeah, because we definitely had a little cameo in the opening promo.
Yeah, we had several. I was like, oh, but respecting my name. It's like, I see you, Eric. Thank you for.
I mean, I stand by my words. Still.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't get cocky.
Yeah,
but
don't.
Excellent win.
Good win.
I stand by my words.
Good win, but don't get cocky because plenty of people have gone on to lose their next match.
Well,
So-
and not to like. This is all in good fun.
Yeah.
all in jest. But I just thought it was funny. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, so
who's that?
Yeah, good job to both competitors. Very good showings. Very good
Yes.
showing, especially Evan. I wanted to say
Eric's
Eric.
on your team.
Yes.
Eric Whiteley. His match
Congratulations
hasn't
to Evan.
happened yet.
Winning your first match, not everybody does it. It's a feat in its own. To get a win in the Star Wars division,
To get
is a feat
a
in its
win
own.
on your first match, only missing one question.
Yeah, very
Fantastic
impressive showing.
Very strong.
Very
showing.
strong showing.
So yeah, can't wait to see what happens in the future. Next match.
Oh, and we can't mention that he called out your faction mate.
Yeah, you're right.
In
He
his
called
post match.
He called out Marie Wilson. So yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we'll see if that's what's going to be on the cards later. Maybe we see them in the first round in the tournament because they're both 1-0.
True.
Both 1-0, and
true.
I can't remember where they are in the rankings. I think they're close to around like 4 or 5.
Something like that.
Something
I don't
like
know. I mean, very similar, obviously, because they have the same record.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
that'll be interesting to see if that happens.
We'll see what happens. It'll be an interesting matchup if we see that.
Oh yeah. Watch your career with great
Great
interest.
interest.
Something
Star Wars.
Okay.
Next
Next
match.
match. It's Janine the Machine of the Stars versus Jader Paramo of the Den. But there's an opening scene.
Oh, is there?
Grace comes on in and she drops a bomb of like, I don't know, 5 gazillion matches that are coming in April. And
Excuse me while I do this. Sorry to my YouTube watchers.
hey man,
I got chapped lips. It's cold outside and my lips are getting chappy.
you gotta keep it high and tight. It's
cold in Florida? What?
It is chilly today. But she announced a ton of matches and then was talking about how much better she is at this than Christian the whole time.
Yeah.
And but I mean, I don't have it queued up right now.
You can go on the Facebook group and it's all there and yeah.
Yeah, it's accessible. She announced a lot of matches. There are a lot of really good ones coming
There
up.
are some
like you
really
got
good
Ben
ones.
Goddard, JTE, you got
yeah, that's
Stacey
right.
Howard, Kevin Smith. There's a lot of great stuff coming. Lon
Eric
Harris,
Whiteley, yeah.
Eric Whiteley,
Versus
and-
what's his name?
oh, John Hoey.
John Hoey, that's right.
You Drew McQueeney versus Lon Harris.
Ooh, that
There's
one is
a
gonna
lot
be a
of good
good
ones
one.
coming up.
There's so many. We just don't have the time to go through all of them.
Yeah.
But
there's
go on the Facebook group, go on
mean-
Twitter, and you can see all of them. They're there. I'm pretty sure
They
they're on
will be
they might be on the schedule as well on Schmoedownlive.com.
Maybe. I haven't looked
So go there
today.
if you want to see them. But I think the big takeaway from this cutscene is Grace is a gem.
God, she's so good
She's
at this.
so good at this. Like
She's
I said, we
so-
compared her to Shannon and the mean girl like type thing. They do it in such different ways, and the way
They
that
do.
Grace does it is just
I mean, the way they both do it, they both have their own
so-
like spin on it.
Spin on it, yeah.
But it's for both of them, but it's just so effortless and it's so good. And it's to the point where I feel like there are probably a lot of people out there in the fan base that are like,
Who is
God,
this?
shut up. And they would probably, if they met her, be like, ugh.
We have yet to meet Grace. We've met Ken several times.
Yeah,
But we've yet to meet Grace.
yeah.
And we've yet to meet Mrs. Makuga, too.
I met her on
You met her
the
on
phone.
on a phone, yeah.
Yeah.
We're in what was it at
I was at the Saddle Ranch.
Saddle Ranch, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. And you're like, yeah, I can't hear you, but
I
yeah.
can't hear a word you're saying, but I'm trying.
please, we want to meet you in the future, please.
Yes.
When we can all get together, post COVID, give you all
Wash
big
your
hugs,
hands.
wash your hands,
Wash
get
your hands,
vaccinated
get your vaccine. All right.
when you can.
When you can, yeah. Whoops. Anyways, Janine the Machine of the Stars versus Jader the Hurricane Paramo of the Den. Round 1.
Looking forward to this one because these are two that I'm cheering for, both of them,
Oh,
for
yeah.
different reasons, for completely different reasons. Janine want to see her succeed.
Yeah.
She's got back in the winner's circle. And Jader, again, I said it from one person that was a massive fan, got the golden ticket, and now we're in the dance.
Yeah.
It's a dream come true to compete like that. And
Heck yeah.
I was like pulling for that. I mean, it's like we have like the same kind of like story of like,
Yeah.
I want to see people like that succeed.
So, round 1. Janine missed a question about Alien and Bridge of Spies. Then they both missed the release year of Creed.
2000.
15.
Same year as
The Force Awakens.
Correct.
I know things.
That's the only reason I knew that.
5-7 in favor of Jader. Round 2. Yeah, and then Mark actually like brought up the fact that it came out during the same year
as Force Awakens. Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that's fun. Yeah. Round 2. Jader spins away from monster movies. Don't blame you.
Yeah.
Gets
it's a
Thriller.
wacky category.
Yeah.
Another wacky category.
Multiple choice twice. One he missed and it got stolen. The other one he got it. Janine gets Frances McDormand. I don't even know who the hell that is. I couldn't even.
It's not a Star Wars. I don't know.
Exactly. Nothing else exists at this point for me and us. She goes to multiple choice one time. She did miss it and it got stolen. So we kind of got evened out there.
Yeah, it was a wash for that still she got.
So 12-13 in favor of Jader still. Round 3. Janine. Brad Pitt. Oh! Brad Pitt plays a tank commander nicknamed War Daddy. In what film?
You know exactly why I'm laughing. War Daddy. Oh, Ice Cream Daddy. Pizza Daddy.
You're so dumb.
Sorry, I went on another tangent with our stupid inside jokes that we have.
Stupid couple jokes that I... Stupid.
You want? No, we'll breeze right past
There
it.
is no explaining that. Sorry. God. War Daddy. Oh, man.
It's just fun to say.
It is fun.
Oh, you Pizza Daddy tonight?
Oh,
Yep,
we're having Pizza Daddy tonight. So dumb. Brad Pitt is War Daddy in Fury. Janine got it. Good job, Janine.
Good job, Janine. Sorry, I'll stop.
God,
I'll stop.
2-pointer for Jader.
Shut up, stupid!
I will.
Scores and soundtracks for Jader, 2 points. In what MCU sequel is the song Brandy played multiple times?
This is a 2-pointer?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a good. I mean, it's a good question, but like I think you can easily guess because like
Nope.
basically,
If you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah, but everybody always talks about the soundtrack for the Guardians of the Galaxy
because
things.
it's all like that 80s whatever.
Yeah, you know, and like it's like in the first one especially, the soundtrack is like almost a character in its own.
Yeah.
So you see, you can either like, oh wait, I don't remember it in the first one, so it has to be the second one. So, but yeah, good for him, man.
Must be nice.
For for other people, it might be like a difficult question because it's like Jesus.
Because I haven't seen it. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, he got it. 3-pointer for Janine. Spielberg. Steven Spielberg released 2 films in 2002. Name one of them. And she said, Catch Me If You Can. She got it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other one was. Google probably would tell me.
Consult the Google machine.
Hey, Google. Steven Spielberg. 3-pointer for Jader. Directors. Gary Marshall directed Julia Roberts in 4 films. What was their first collaboration? Pretty Woman.
Walking down the street.
Pretty Woman.
I kind of like to me. I think you're I kind yeah.
I don't think I've seen Pretty Woman.
I've seen
All I know is that's the one with the with the.
Oh, you're so funny.
So cheeky.
I've seen it like twice.
Never seen it. I'm sure it's good. It's
It's
classic
good. It's
or
a very
whatever.
good movie.
5-pointer for Janine. Thrillers yet again. What classic 50s
Did he get?
thriller?
Did he get his? I'm sorry. He got his.
He got
5.
it.
Yeah.
He got Pretty Woman. 5-pointer for Janine. Thrillers. What classic 50s thriller featured characters that are referred to as Miss Lonely Hearts, Miss Torso, and Miss Hearing Aid?
You hear? I always like you hear 50s and you're like,
Ew.
come on.
How would I know that?
But then I listened to the full question. I'm like, oh yeah.
I was like, I couldn't get this question.
Yeah, it took me a while to get to it, but
I was like, wow, Miss Lonely Hearts and Miss Torso sound so familiar.
Yeah, it took me a while.
But as soon as they said
Rear
it was Rear
Window.
Window, I'm like, duh, because he's watching them and he doesn't know their names.
Yeah, and I was
so
like, God,
stupid.
I think that's my favorite Hitchcock film.
Yeah.
I wrote a paper on it in college when I was back in my college
Nerd
days.
alert.
I took an Alfred Hitchcock class, and it was basically watch this movie, write a paper about it. I turned the paper in 2 days late. Still got an A on it.
Flexing. So Rear Window, she got it. 5-pointer for
Great.
Jader. Remakes and reboots. Craig Gillespie directed what 2011 horror remake featuring Imogen Poots, quite a name, and Toni Collette. It was Fright Night.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he missed.
Misses, yeah.
So 18-22 in favor of Miss Janine. Yeah.
Great match.
Excellent
Great match. Back and forth, steals.
As always, drama,
Some tough
steals.
pulls. Man, it was a good match. I love seeing matches like this.
As
Great
always,
match.
it's never over until it's like definitely over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Janine continues the winning streak, and
Excellent.
she's 2 in a row.
and I love. Again, this will happen again later, but I love seeing that she got so emotional. It means so much to her.
Yeah.
It's always so heartwarming and just
It means so much to everybody. Like,
yeah, like it was wonderful to see. It's hard to, I mean, whether you were rooting for Jade or you're rooting for Janine, you gotta be happy for her when you see somebody overcome with that much emotion. You know that means that she was heavily anticipating this,
she's working hard.
Yeah. And it was just kind of like the overspill of emotions.
Yeah.
Then now it's over and it went favorably.
Yeah.
So, Lord knows we're getting to that. So
yeah, we'll get to it. We're burying the lead. I know everybody's probably tuning in and like, we just want to hear you talk about the main events. Like, we'll get there. We have full, like, what we got, like 3 other matches.
We've got one more.
One more. Okay.
So yes, excellent job to
Excellent
Janine.
job.
Exciting to see her take that W. Excited to see where she goes after this. Jader will be back. Jader is an excellent competitor.
Yeah, he's proving himself in this place. Like, it's not like, because like the way he got in is so much different than the way everybody else got in.
Yeah, he was literally plucked out of an audience.
Plucked out of a live event.
And is keeping up.
Yeah, he's keeping up with legit names and stuff. So it's like, come on, man, like, keep going. You belong here. You definitely belong here. Don't let anybody tell you that like, oh, you just got this magic.
Yeah, you just got lucky.
You got lucky. You got picked in
it's like, well,
basic
guess what?
raffle. So
you did get lucky to get picked, but you're proving that it was fate.
Yeah.
So
it's like it was your fate to be picked. It was your fate that you won in Orlando. It's your fate that you're here.
Exactly.
So hold your head up high.
The hurricane's coming back. The storm's coming one of these days, I'm sure.
Yeah. And he's gonna be put on a team. He has to be put on a team, right?
Oh, I thought he's on the faction.
Yeah, no.
Oh no, you mean like a team, like a
team.
2-person team.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, that's right, because they have Ben and Paul in the den. So
who knows?
But he's a legit threat for this the division.
Absolutely.
Like how far he goes this season, we'll see. But plenty of season left to be played.
Exactly. And who knows if Janine will be placed on a team, because they do have, I don't know, some team called the Odd Couple on the Stars.
Yeah.
But, who knows? Maybe they'll need to have a second team going into a tournament.
Yeah. And she's a triple threat. She competed in IG. She competes in teams. She competes in singles. So that's a valuable asset for the Stars.
Heck yeah. So 18 to 22, Janine. Excellent. There is a cutscene after this, and it involves somebody... Andrew Dimalanta.
Oh, who dat?
And his manager, Koi Jandru.
Yeah.
Still not sure if that's how you say it.
I think it's
Let
Chandru.
me know, boy. But yeah, it was a delightful cutscene.
It was.
I don't know if you would like to take it away.
So yeah, like we come in and Koi's talking about like, hey man, get excited, your match is coming up. You're on a new faction. Quirky Mercs is awesome, and I'm heated up with that. That old.
He just being a negative Nancy over here.
That old mentality of like, where's the respect, man? Come on, man. This is a big match. Dimalanta team. We're finally getting Dimalanta team, and all everybody wants to talk about is the Dragon players, Laura Kelly, Lamont Dean, that old stink that I used to have in my head. And he's coming in like, come on, man, get that out of your head. And he's trying all these little things, having dancing dolls and blue vibrant colors. I love how little behind the scene thing. He slipped up during his like little vibrant colors and. Koi's so quick. He's like, which is like a bright, vibrant color. Yeah. He's so quick with that. And then, it's like, oh, I didn't want to do this. Dance party. I got to get a smile out of you. Dance party. Then Bibbs comes on the screen and
Did somebody say dance party?
This is a lot of fun to be a part of. It's a great cutscene.
It was cute.
And only to be undercut by the one that me and Alex did before that. So sorry, Harloff. Sorry.
Ooh, whoops.
Whoops. Sorry. Because I think, yeah. Anyways. But yeah, it was a fun cutscene.
All a fun time.
It was just the reveal of Face Andrew is back. Face Andrew is, and we'll get to that when we go over. Face Andrew is back.
So our next match. Oh, we're finally at the pay-per-view, ladies and gents.
Yes, the Schmoedown Throwdown. And again, if you haven't seen it, get out because these are 2 good matches. These are two good matches.
So there is an opening scene. We've got Miss Graceface.
Oh yeah,
and she's talking to the one and only Andrew Guy,
who's still stuck in season 4,
stuck in the past somewhere.
One of the early seasons.
And he's we see him trying to get into Collider, and he can't get in. Everyone's different, it's not the right people. And then Grace calls him, and long story short, it's kind of like, hey, I kind of have a place for you. I kind of have a plan for you. How about you be on the desk and announce? And he agreed, and said that. Grace said that Ellis would mentor him. I'm worried that means that we're going to be seeing less of Ellis, but real life stuff. I don't know.
Maybe it's less of Mark. Maybe it's less of Harloff. Maybe we're trying to slip in because
Give him some more time.
Give him some time to do more things.
Yeah. Lord knows
that guy
spread a bit
is so spread thin because we see with all the shows that he's been pioneering. Like SEN, he was the host, but he's taken a step back. He's not on it all the time.
Yeah.
We saw him on Stereo. He took a step back from that because I can imagine how busy he is. So maybe this is their way of give you even more time to do what you need to do for this thing because and it's a great personality to have on the desk.
Heck yeah.
Come on. And this could be another thing because he's not on a faction. He can't compete. How do you keep him in the mix?
And you want him in the mix.
Put him on the desk.
Exactly.
So I think it's a great move.
Can you imagine? I don't even know if they would do this because it might, when it gets kind of hairy when you have storyline interfering with gameplay. But wouldn't it be crazy to see Andrew Guy on the desk for a Ben Bateman match? Oh my God.
That'd be great.
Oh my God.
That'd be great.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing Andrew Guy on the desk.
Because, he agreed,
and he's used to it too. Like he does it for that one.
Yeah, he does Clash Royale.
Clash Royale, yeah.
So he's no stranger to the mic.
Yeah.
As we all can very well tell.
Yeah.
He seems to be comfortable in front of a mic and a camera.
Yeah.
They hung up and then Grace took a phone call from somebody else and was like, yeah, he's in. I got him. Got him.
Who is she talking to?
Schmoedown. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then, Andrew Guy just rides off into the sunset saying he's going to be best friends with Mark Ellis now. So that was fun. That was cute. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, the undercard.
Which could very well be a main event. Come on now. These
sure.
two heavy hitters, two former champs.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So we got William, the Beast Bibiani of the Mercs versus Paul, Primetime Oyama of Swag.
Mm-hmm.
Round 1. Bibbs missed a movie release date question.
Yeah.
Paul got a perfect round and got the bonus. So by the end of round 1, 7-9 in favor of Paul.
2-point deficit, nothing to be shaken by.
No. Round 2. Bibbs goes first, spins Robert De Niro. Multiple choice one time, got it right. Paul goes. He spins Away from Stephen King and gets Black Cinema.
Ooh, new slicer, I believe, right?
I believe so.
Yes, first season. This is a new category.
And he runs it. I mean, he gets a perfect round.
If Winston's your manager, I imagine.
Well, because he said
I imagine the entire faction is up to date on Black Cinema.
I'm pretty sure Winston made it a point to say something about that.
Yeah.
So by the end of round 2, 14-17 in favor of Paul Oyama. Round 3.
Wait. Did we do Bibbs's? Did he go first?
Yeah, he went first. Robert De Niro.
Ignore me.
Brain is mush over here.
Brain is just mush.
14-17 in favor of Paul. Round 3. 2-pointer for Bibbs. Comedy. What is the subtitle to the second Austin Powers movie? The Spy Who Shagged Me.
I got this wrong for some reason.
He got it right. It's because it's not Star Wars.
Yeah.
3-pointer for Bibbs. Musicals. You'll find the jazz group The Messengers performing songs like Start a Fire. I accidentally a word. Performing songs like Start a Fire in what Best Picture nominee? He said Cabaret. Unfortunately, it was La La Land. So he did miss.
Yeah, I think he was afraid of the obvious answer. Not that he was afraid of anything. It's like maybe he's like, is it La La Land? No, it can't be. It's too obvious.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who
because
knows?
Paul seemed to know it right off the bat.
Who knows?
So, who knows?
5-pointer for Bibbs. Remakes and reboots. And now it's getting kind of scary because it's like, uh-oh. We're in TKO.
Yeah, that's right. At this
point,
I was like, we can't go -2 to start the season.
Right.
We can't. Please.
So, remakes and reboots. In what comedy does Steve Carell's character construct what he calls a Tower of Dreamers?
Mm-hmm.
Dinner for Schmucks. He got it.
Out of that hole.
2-pointer for Paul. Horror. Who plays the protagonist Lewis, who falls under the influence of the vampire Lestat in Interview with the Vampire? He said Tom Cruise, but it was Brad Pitt.
Ooh.
So we missed it. 3-pointer for Paul. Disney, Go the Distance, was nominated for Best Original Song for what 1990s Disney movie? Hercules. He got it.
Love that movie. I always watch that and I forget how good it is.
No, can't even remember if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I've watched it with my eyes, but
not
did
with your brain?
Not with my brain. I don't know. I don't remember that movie at all.
It's a really good movie.
I don't remember
The
it.
songs are great too. I Can Go the Distance.
I Can Go the Distance.
Such a good movie.
That's all I know of that song. 5-pointer for Paul. 1990s. The decade in which Paul Oyama himself was released. You will find a character known as Jimmy Jump, played by Lawrence Fishburne. who is Frank's trigger-happy right-hand man in what 1990 crime thriller directed by Abel Ferrara? King of New York. He pulled it out 21-25 in favor of Paul Oyama.
Ooh, man. Great match.
He was a nail biter, that's for sure.
Yeah. Like, I was worried that we're like, God, we can't start the season off -2.
Yeah.
We can't make history again.
Yeah.
We can't. We just can't. And, Bibbs pulled it out, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. And I said it before, Bibiani he is such a help to the entire faction. He's
a beast.
He's a beast, and he does all he can for the faction. And I was worried, and I'm sure I'll talk to him later about this, like that all the help that he was giving the rest of us, did that take away from your prep? And if it is, there's other people that we'll all pick up the slack if need be and help you out as well. But again, beginning of the season, he still has a match coming up in teams against Paul Oyama and Lon Harris in the final exam, and that's a #1 contender match.
Oh yeah.
So brush yourself off, focus on teams. We'll get there.
We'll get
there. Plenty of more to go. And as far as Paul goes, man, it's great win.
Yeah.
Against a top tier competitor.
Definitely.
So,
yeah, both top tier competitors.
Yes, exactly. So
I think that wraps it up. I don't think there's anything else to talk about.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Join us next time.
No. They're the main event. We got to get to the main event.
The overcard, if you will.
#overcard, coined by Beyond the Schmoedown.
Yes.
Who is in the main event, my dear?
The main event was Alex, the Demon Damon of the Stars versus the challenger, Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta of the Quirky Mercs. So let's just do it.
I mean, I have a feeling that most of the talking points of the last 2 minutes of this match.
Probably.
because
you guys are like machines. So, I mean,
you can...
Let's just go ahead and talk about it.
Before we get into it, can I just say that promo...
Oh, so good.
Oh my God, I got chills with that because...
Nerd Chronic is a wizard.
He's a wizard. Went to the entire, basically my entire Schmoedown career wrapped up into a minute.
Yeah.
And it was such a good promo.
Best.
I need to know where you get your music from, my man, because that was some great music.
It is just always so perfectly matched up to the tone of the promo. Round one. They both got perfect rounds. And
Plus the bonus.
They both got the bonus. So, and I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't, round one, it's this to this. Round two, it's this to that. Didn't seem to be a need to. So they both got a perfect round one and the bonus. Round two, Alex spins mixed bag. Decides to spin away because not that he's scared of it, but he'd rather
have a focus.
I mean, of course.
I would have done the same exact thing.
You'd rather just have your brain in one arena rather than have to worry about everything.
And I think in mixed bag, those cross movie questions can rear their heads.
It could.
So
it's just better to have your mindset like, okay, I'm in this movie.
Yeah. Now I'm in this movie.
So he spins away from mixed bag, gets the Force Awakens, and he sweeps it. Perfect round two.
No surprise.
Andrew goes. He spins the Empire Strikes Back, takes it, also sweeps it. Perfect round two.
Yeah. Tied going into the third.
Third round, and because this is a 5-rounder, this is now the betting round. Alex spins the Force Awakens.
It is crazy because this has happened before with I think this was in his match with Laura where he spun Heroes and Villains, spun away from it, got it again for his second round, and he spins it again for the third.
Yeah,
Heroes and Villains. It's funny how that works with the wheel. The wheel has other priorities. The Schmoeminati.
So the question was about Force Awakens when we're on Jakku and. BB-8's rolling away from
before
the
he
battle
meets Rey.
that just happened before he meets Rey, and then there's a little alien that pops his head up. And what is the species of that alien?
Go ahead and say it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take credit for this one here because I definitely was the one that I was the reason Andrew got this question right. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
She's the one that put it in my notes
because I was researching something. Doesn't matter what. I was looking some things up, and I'm like, that thing is a Night Watcher word. Look at that. That's fun.
Andrew, did you know that?
Kind of an underwhelming name, but file that away in your brain.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
You're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome?
This round killed the last two challengers. It's the one that got them in the knockout territory hole because they both all answered or bet 3.
Right.
They got it wrong. Alex, I'm pretty sure bet 3.
I'm certain he probably did.
And got it right, and it was like, all right, now you're down 6 going into the speed and the final round. So that was one I was like, God, this is one of the. It was going to be the extra rounds.
Yeah.
That make or breaks us.
For sure.
And I was like, all right, got past that one. So now we go into the speed.
So yeah, they both bet 3. No shock there.
Yeah.
So round 4, the speed round, the lightning round, fast money, whatever you want to call it.
I like calling it fast money.
Alex deferred to Andrew, so Andrew went first, answered all of his questions. Alex goes, answered all of his questions, and it was a fun moment when they both came back and Christian said that the scores were tallied and both competitors got all 10 and they were both like...
You look at us and we're like, come on, man. Jesus.
I'm tired.
I don't want this to go into sudden death. Come on, man.
Gonna eat those words, my dude.
You just both look at us like, of course, both of us go perfect. Of course. Come on.
Round 5. 2-pointer for Andrew. Heroes. Return of the Jedi. By what? Hold on. I might have gotten auto-corrected. Return of the Jedi. By what word does...
What word does Luke refer to Darth Vader when he first meets him on Endor in the landing platform?
I don't know what happened
Crazy
there.
autocorrect?
You're correct.
Yeah.
Father. He got it right. 2-pointer for Alex. Star Wars Underworld. Who hired Zam Wessel to try and assassinate Padme and attack the clones? Jango Fett. Got it. 3-pointer for Andrew. Planets and locations. What planet does Beckett long to retire to in Solo: A Star Wars Story? Leanselm. He got it. 3-pointer for Alex. A New Hope. What was the call sign for the rebel base on Yavin's moon during the first Death Star battle in A New Hope? Base 1.
Not
got
to
it.
be confused with the other one.
Not the other one. 5-pointer for Andrew. The Force Awakens. After escaping Jakku. Oh, okay. 5-pointer. Here we are.
Yeah.
5-pointer for Andrew. The Force Awakens. After escaping Jakku. I would love to put out a poll to people and say, do you say Jakku or Jakku? I'm just curious.
Jakku.
I say it both ways. Depends on my.
It depends on what mood I'm in.
After escaping Jakku, where did Rey say that she would drop Finn and BB-8 off? Panema Terminal. He got it right. So here we go. 5-pointer for Alex Damon.
Yeah. So I said this. I was on the rundown after the event, and they were like, "What was going through your head at this point?" Well, it's like this.
Oh yeah.
And like I referred to, and I've said it on the show before, the Peyton Manning when he's in the AFC Championship against Tom Brady, and this is like the millionth time we've seen them in this position, and like it's just drove down the field for a touchdown, and now it's like a minute and a half left, and you're giving the ball back to Tom Brady. We've seen it a million times. He's going to drive back down the field and win the game. And Manning just goes to the sideline, puts his helmet down, puts his head down, says a small prayer. Lord, just this one time, not let him go down the field. Amen. And that's all I said. And he just put his head down, didn't look up until Brady gets intercepted onto the Super Bowl. That's exactly what I did here. You can see me just put my head down, and I just said it in my head. I was just praying like, Lord, just this one time. I was praying to the Force, like just this one time, let him slip up. Just this one time, give him a question he doesn't know, please. And
so the question he got was Revenge of the Sith. On the way to rescue Chancellor Palpatine, Obi-Wan and Anakin are stuck in a stalled elevator. What is the elevator number that Obi-Wan repeatedly asks R2 to activate? 31174.
Prayer wasn't answered.
So he got it. So here we go.
Sudden death.
Not surprising. Sudden death. At this point, it is 44-44. Wow.
Yeah.
Sudden death. Okay. Question 1. Clone Wars quote. The answer was Darth Sidious. They both got it. Question 2. Rey heals what kind of serpent creature on Pisana? A Vexus snake. They both got it. Question 3. The name of Dryden Voss's yacht. The First Light. They both got it. In Solo, what creature is a delicacy that Dryden Voss offers to Han, Chewie, and Beckett? Colo clawfish, anyone?
Yes.
Both got it. Okay. Here we go.
That's what I'm saying. The last 2 minutes of this match was a roller coaster.
Here
it was a roller coaster.
We go. Question 5. During the initial approach on the second Death Star, what does Nien Nunb express worry about to Lando? Okay, so this question happens. I believe Andrew asked for a repeat.
wanted to be sure what I was writing down.
Wanted to be sure. Just double check in with yourself before you reckon yourself. So repeat the question. Alex answers that they don't have a reading on the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew says that the Imperials are jamming them. And then in that moment, the announcement of "and you're a winner" and still Star Wars champion of the world, Alex Damon. So
We thought it's over.
We thought it was over because, and Christian then at that point was like, I think he mentioned that, they would have also accepted, A and B and whatever.
Yeah, they mentioned like he gave off 3 answers that they would have accepted. And again, some backstage look at this. I was repeating because this question didn't have a pointed answer. So I was like, which one are they looking for?
It was open-ended.
I hate to use the word open-ended, but I think the question was worded in a way where there was several answers that could be accepted.
Yes.
And my answer wasn't there. And I was like, wait a minute. The way the question is worded, I should be right as well. I wasn't, and because he's like, oh yeah. So then once I heard those 3 answers that he gave, I was like, no. And I said in my head, no, this is not over. This is not how this ends.
Yeah.
I didn't work so hard. I didn't claw my way back to this point to end this way. I know I was waving my hands backstage. I was like, no. That's pretty much what I looked like. I was like, no. And Harloff is like, Andrew, I see you waving. What are you doing? You want a challenge? I come back and I was like, I hate to do this. I'm sorry to do this, but I'm challenged this because I know Harloff doesn't like challenges.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hate to do this. And I said so many words like, you gave 3 answers there that could have been accepted. Mine should be accepted as well.
Right.
Because when I gave the line that I was quoting and stuff. And thank God for Coy being there because he took my incoherent blabbers of like being flustered in the moment and like this is why I think challenge, and he packaged that up. It's like when like kids want to wrap their presents up or something like that, and then like, oh, good job, and then the parents come in and just put a nice little ball on top of it and make it look nice. This is exactly what Coy did for me. Yeah. It's like, per the rule book, you're saying the wording of the question is
allows for multiple
answers. And that was our official challenge.
Right.
Thank God for Coy because
he definitely packaged it up.
He packaged it in a way to where like that is our definitive challenge.
Right.
Alex gives his counter argument to why my answer shouldn't be accepted. And then we go to deliberation, which feels like 5 hours.
And also, just for further clarification, Andrew wasn't challenging to say Alex was wrong. Like, no, he was just challenging to say I'm right too.
Yeah, I'm saying
I'm also right.
My challenge was that my answer should be accepted as well.
Right.
Because of, again, I hate to say the open-endedness. I think Alex said as much in this post, like the question wasn't pointed enough.
Right.
To where this is what
we're looking for.
If the word in the question would have been slightly different,
right,
then I think it would have been pointed.
It would be a different conversation.
It would be a different conversation. But since the way the question was worded, we were both right. And when they came back, a challenge is upheld.
Right.
Both of us got it right. We go again.
God.
Oh my God. And I'm just like, and I was sitting backstage as like, if they come back and it's like, I was just like, get your head back in the game because they're good. I knew they're going to come back. They're going to rule in your favor. Get your head back in the game. You're going to have to keep going.
Yeah.
So, and you probably see me in the footage going, all right, no, shake it off. We're getting back into it. Get your head back in the game. And immediately, yeah.
Question 6, into sudden death. Who votes in Padme's place while she's in hiding after the attempt on her life? Jar Jar, they both got it. Question 7. Who is the clone commander in charge of the troops under the leadership of Jedi Master Ayla Secura?
Alex uses a repeat.
Mm-hmm. And then it gets down to the wire after it is repeated. And as soon as, basically as soon as Christian
asked for his answer,
he just...
the rare frustration that we see out of Alex.
Oh yeah. I
think it's the only time we've ever seen Alex in that state of the
right.
Oh, I had it.
Yeah, and so like as soon as the time expired and he was asked for his answer, he goes, "Oh, I just remembered it. Can I say it?" And then Christian goes to Andrew. Andrew turns over his board.
CC 5052 Bly.
And I'm getting like chills. And,
yeah, I am too.
And
I'm getting
in that moment, Christian and your winner. I'm getting choked up.
I am too.
And new Star Wars champion Andrew Dimalanta. So that was how it played out. And Mark kind of had a note for Roxy, and I think that they were kind of saying like, listen, he had it. Can he just say it? But the rule book, I mean, honestly, I feel like rule book, yes, but I feel like even before the rule book, it's like the time's up.
It's up.
And the whole point of the whiteboard is that you need to have the whiteboard, the answer written on the whiteboard. Otherwise, 725-1 would have been accepted.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
oh, I do. Yeah. Well, no, never mind.
But yeah, and you know, there were some people that were like, he should have been allowed to say it because if you say it first, there's no way you're cheating. But it's
the
like,
rule.
It's the rule because somebody else explained it to that person. Like, well, no, because the whole point of this contest is to see, did you get it in 15 seconds?
Yeah.
And did you record it on the board
that you
within 15 seconds? Because think about it. If they were like, all right, Alex, we knew you knew it. You can say it out loud.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even want to use Alex's example. I just want to say random player.
Yeah.
If they were like, you don't have to write it down, just say it. Because the minute that they say, okay, and time's up, pens down, hands up, and Andrew, show us your board. How many extra seconds did that give that person to maybe get there?
Yeah.
So the whole point of it is because in that 15 seconds, you need to have thought of it and recorded it. Mm-hmm. So it was that was a difficult moment.
It was
to
difficult,
watch.
yeah.
But my God, 50-51 in favor of Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta. A new record for points scored in a one-on-one match.
In a one-on-one match. I think, yeah. In a head-to-head. I think out of any division, any in a 5-rounder.
I think so.
The most points scored.
And I know that there is
a combined score of 101.
It's insane. There is a little bit of, you know, you got a little bit of perspective. You got to put into a different perspective in the fact that, you know, if this were in the studio and it were a buzzer thing, that
and people are arguing like we can't see this again because when we get back to the studio, it's like no, we can't see this again because now, for 5-rounders, you have the option of buzzers or fast money.
Right.
So we can see something like this happen again.
Even in the studio.
If
that is how it plays out.
So yeah, there is a small, tiny little asterisk of like, it's this new format, but this new format is available to everybody, regardless if you're in digital or in studio.
Right.
So we can see this happen again. But,
right. But my God, so I just need to share something about my experience. I don't mean to. This is Andrew's moment, and he's the champion. But if it's okay with you, I'd like to share.
Go ahead.
So, match is going on, right? You know, he goes, all right, it's time. I got to go into the office. And I'm like, okay. So, yeah, I'm hanging out in the living room with our kid and the dog, and my stomach's in knots, and it's been that way all day to the point where I'm like, I might have a stress ulcer now or something. I don't know. So yeah, I knew it was going to be at least an hour because it was a 5-rounder. Mm-hmm. Next thing I know, it's like an hour and a half later, and I'm like, I'm dying out here. I want to pace. I feel like I'm doing the breathing exercises they told me to do while I was in labor. Like I'm just trying to calm down. Might as well. But luckily, one fateful moment, I'm almost at the opposite end of the house, and I just hear, okay, no, actually before that, I'm like in the den over here, mm-hmm. and I'm a little bit closer. I still can't really hear what's going on at all unless you were to raise your voice a bit. Mm-hmm. But then at one point, I was really straining and listening in really hard, and I heard you sound like you were explaining something, and I'm like, there's no way he's answering a question. He's talking a lot. And I'm like, oh my God, he's challenging. Oh my God, no, oh no, he's challenging. That's not good. So, you know, I'm doing my breathing. And then like a little bit after that, on the other side of the house, and I just hear this scream. And I was like, oh no, okay.
Is that a good
scream or a bad scream? Like, what's happening? And so I run over to the side of the house, and I get kind of close to the door because I want to see if I can hear any indication of what's going on. Because he's wearing headphones. Yeah. He's wearing headphones. He didn't have the speakers on, so I can't hear what's going on unless I hear him say something. So I'm like trying to get close enough to the room to where I can kind of hear what's going on. And I feel like I might have heard another crash or something. And then I just hear him scream, I won, and you can see him like in the after moments of it. He muted
I
himself.
muted myself. I didn't want to
because-
scream into the microphone.
Sorry for everybody's ear holes because Andrew's really loud. If you couldn't tell when he gets worked up, but after he muted himself, you can see him scream, I won," and It was even in that moment, I was like, okay, I think he said I won. I need confirmation here. But I didn't exactly get to come in a la, a Dan Murrell Mara moment.
Yeah.
But I was able to kind of come in and confirm while you were backstage. After everything was like done, everything was done. Andrew was backstage, so I saw a comment where somebody was like, "Nikki, go in there, congratulate him," and I was like, "I did. You just couldn't see it because he was backstage when I did," and I needed to be like, did I hear that right? Or are we screaming for another reason?
No, I won. I did it.
But, oh man.
Yeah.
Wild. I burst into tears the minute I heard you say I won.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have to shout out, who is it? Hamilton?
Justin Hamilton.
Justin Hamilton. He posted his reaction.
Hambone.
Yeah, and he was like, he broke his table.
Oh, he broke his table.
I watched it. And I was like, oh man, like I hit my. This is no lie. I hit my table so hard. The water bottle that was on the table knocked over. I grabbed it to keep from falling over the desk, and the roadcaster skipped. And you could see me try to fix it because the audio cut out. And I was like, "What happened? Oh no, did I break it?" And this is unbelievable. Like we knew it was gonna be down to the wire.
It was gonna be a bloodbath.
We said the last show. You be ready because it's gonna be haymakers the entire time.
Oh yeah.
And I think this is the first perfect 5-rounder match in Schmoedown history.
It might be.
It might be the highest scoring 5-pointer. This might be, well, no, because actually reversed his own win.
Yep, that did happen.
Yeah, but I think what people will take away from this match is probably obviously the 2 perfect rounds.
Yeah.
The fake out is probably got to be nominated for Moment of the Year.
Yeah, the reversal.
Mm-hmm. The reversal is probably what a lot of people will be talking about.
Yeah.
And hey man, they came back and they said, "Good challenge." I mean,
yeah, because I know that Christian made it a point to say, I know that Andrew apologized, said, "I'm sorry to do it," but then he said that it was a good challenge.
It was a valid challenge.
A valid challenge. I have seen people that there are people that are unhappy because they wanted Alex to win.
Yeah.
But I have seen a lot of people saying that it was such a well executed challenge and like one of the best usages of a challenge they've seen. You feel, I understand why you said what you said because it's almost like you feel guilty. Like I know,
just like stealing that win away from him, or
and it had to happen in that moment,
Yeah.
like in sudden death, where as soon as one thing happens, one of you wins. So it sucks in that moment because you could see the relief on Alex's face, like it's done, it's
done.
over, I'm tired.
Yeah, we were, no lie, like after the match, we both were talking like, God, we're so exhausted. My brain was just like I want to crash, but I can't because I'm so ramped up from the win and emotional, and it was exhausting going that deep into sudden death. And after coming back from like, oh, we have a winner. No, we don't have a winner.
I can't even imagine.
It was, I mean,
it was a roller coaster.
Everybody saw just like it was raw, like just pure raw emotion to the journey that we were on. Just to come back from an 0-2 start, and to come close so many times. I'll blurt that out. To come close so many times, and to finally for all this work to finally be paid off, and to do it in that fashion, and to do it against the best, the person that everybody says can't be beaten, doing the impossible, and to do it in that fashion, and to do it in a way that, like nobody had me winning.
No, you look at the polls. I have a screenshot of the poll.
I have a screenshot of the poll on my phone, and I actually did it as motivation. It's like, all right, nobody thinks I can do it.
I think one of the last polls that I looked at, it was like 82% Alex and 18% you.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
All right. Well, all right. Strap in.
And I definitely checked to see who didn't vote for you, and I was like, okay, take a note. Joking, but not really, but also joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was heavily in favor of Alex winning. And it does feel it's. I know that there are probably people out there that are like, wow, dude, chill.
We spent so much time
In that
on this.
moment that he was in here banging on his desk and getting emotional, rest assured, I was
on the other side of that
feet
door.
away down the hallway, sobbing. It's more than trivia.
Yeah, like every time I watch, like I've rewatched that moment. Nikki gifted out and put it on Twitter.
Every time I watch it, I get choked up.
I get choked up because it's somebody in the Facebook posted earlier today about I want to look at that post of my phone's not working.
Oh no!
But like it was the guy that puts the caption this.
Oh, Justin Square.
And it was like usually I ask people to caption this, but his words was exactly there. It is. So
yeah,
his words is exactly.
Shout out here to Justin Square.
Yeah.
Normally I'm the one asking you to do the captioning, but today I have one of my own. When you realize that you've done the impossible, and then after years of setbacks and heartbreaks, you finally achieve your goal as a flood of emotion pours out of you. I thought that was really nice of him to say. Because it's true. It's we've had some hard I say we because we've been in this together.
I said this in their post match. You were there by my side every single step of the way, and you're
gonna make me cry.
after every freaking loss, it's so hard to put your fucking blood, sweat, and tears into this, and just the heartbreak. It's like, God, again?
Yeah.
Again. Why me? Why is it every fucking time it happens to me? And to win in this way, it's just, it's everything. It's fucking everything to like, on like weekends when we could be spending time playing with our friends in this digital age where it's perfect to play video games with your friends.
Yeah.
It's like, no, guys, we have to prepare. Sorry. I know we haven't seen you in 3 weeks. We haven't been on in 3 weeks because we're preparing. It's everything. It's everything because everybody says you can't do it. Who says who? No, Alex is unbeatable. No, he's beaten. And the only people that can beat him are either these people that beat him in the past in another format, or this person who, she's an amazing player. I grant it. I get it. Who already went against him and didn't do it. She's an amazing player. Don't get me wrong, but like nobody's beating him.
Yeah.
You bring up these other names that have already tried and haven't done it, and like nobody, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
When everybody says you can't do it.
It's always it gets to be it gets to be frustrating, and it's it's hard to avoid. It is, but it isn't. It's hard to articulate, but like when you got people tagging you and stuff.
Yeah.
And you got people who are, and that's part of the game. Rooting for who you want to root for.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun.
Yeah, no, I don't fault you for that.
That's part of the fun. That's part of the fun of being a fan and saying, this is the person I want to win and I don't want that person to win. That's part of the fun.
Mm-hmm.
But, years of being told
it's almost 3 years.
2 to 3 years of being told that you can't do it and you won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, guess what?
I did it. That was my destiny. I said it to you. I've said it to Frankie. I've said it to multiple people. Like, it's like, sure, I've come so close. Whatever. I want to be the one to take down the unbeatable Damon. That's my destiny. I've come so close, and like, it's like I wanted to be that one, and nobody can take that from me. I got this amazing message from Dan Merle last night, and
really nice.
He is this long novel of like you're welcome to the club. I'm paraphrasing. Obviously, it's like no matter how long you hold that belt, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 months, it could be 2 years.
Yeah,
you're a champion, and nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take away the fact that I did it. I'm the one that took down Damon. I'm the one that took him to sudden death. I'm the one that did the impossible, and you can't take that from me. I'm the champion. Every time I run through it in my head, I just want to yell and scream and cry to the heavens, like, that's me. I did that. That was my destiny. Nobody else can take that from me, and we have to do it again in May.
God help me. I don't know if I can do it. I think I might just buy a bottle of Pepto-Bismol and just throw it back like a shot.
And the one thing I will say about this match that I love, the one thing I really love this match for, it didn't come down to who didn't know what. It didn't come down to I knew that and you didn't. It came down to the game.
Yeah.
The game of you need to pull it in 15 seconds. And now in this case, you need to pull it in 30 seconds because they repeated. It came down to I got to it quicker than you did.
Yeah. Because he clearly knew it.
He knew it. I said it on Rundown. This is not a matter of I love Star Wars more than he does, or he knows more about Star Wars than I do. There's things that he knows that I probably don't know. There's things that I know that he probably doesn't know. It didn't come down to that. It came to the gameplay.
Right.
This is the Schmoedown, and this is the thing that people need to take note of. It came down to the game of the Schmoedown, and that's why I love the game so much. Because be as knowledgeable as you can be. You don't know how to play, you probably won't win, or you'll probably lose. Or you will win on how well you play this game, and that's why I love this match so much. And people are always saying best match they've ever seen. I mean, it's hard to argue against it.
It's hard.
A 5-round, 2 perfect game. Was it 7 questions into sudden death?
7 questions into sudden death.
A reversal of one of the questions when we thought we had a winner. I mean, automatic match of the year nomination.
It had everything that you could ever want from a match.
Yeah.
I mean, an unmatched level of knowledge between the two of you. You see the drama of a reversal. You see the drama of seeing a challenge play out. You see the raw emotion of somebody who wanted it so badly. The raw emotion of, unfortunately, somebody who
just didn't want to give it up.
Who didn't want to give it up. And it's a hell of a match. And honestly, I don't think it's out of the... I don't think it's reason. I think it's reasonable to say that you made history. You two made history that night. So... Yeah. That is a match that will definitely go down in the history of the Schmoedown as one of the greatest matches of all time.
And after that aired like our phones, our PR phones, and because I got messages from players and stuff, and Ashley and Demerol messaged me last night. But the one that I do want to point out, and he said as much after his match, was Paul Oyama. After this week that we had, that the Asian community had, he dedicated his match, and I'm dumb that I didn't do it either, but it's pre-recorded. What do you want to do? That I also do want to dedicate that win, both of our wins, to the people that lost their lives this past week in the Asian community, because he immediately after the win messaged me. It's like, hey, I'm so glad we were able to do that for the week that our community had, that we were able to represent our cultures and get those wins, because it means the world. Because I can't remember who tweeted out that like this, both of these wins mean so much for you.
I want to say his name was Chris Ang. I think.
Sure, I can't. I'm sorry if I can't remember your name right now, but like, he said that these wins will live with me. Then these moments will live with me for a long time, because after the week that we've had, it means a lot. And like we try not to.
Yes,
like
Chris Ang.
We try not to bring like you know what I mean, like these real world things, and we want to be an escape from all that, but like. Yeah. This is an issue that is very close to this household. So I do want to bring an attention to that I'm so glad that we were able to give the Asian community something to celebrate this week for Schmoedown fans, for the Asian Schmoedown fans. We dedicate our wins to them. But yeah, it's such a crazy way to end the week.
It is. Yeah. And I can't wait for this to be released to the public, because I know that there's going to be a whole nother swell of conversation about it, good and bad. Luckily, the majority of things we've seen are positive.
Positive, yeah.
There have been a couple people that say things, and that's just kind of comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory. Like I know. I'm sorry your person didn't win that day, but that's the way the game works.
Yeah, and as you got passionate, and emotional after the win. Fans get passionate and emotional for the people that they support and the people that they're rooting against.
For,
So it's all part of it. It all comes with the territory, and that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, but like after the match, I have to, Alex, man, we're gonna do it again, and I can very well see us going into the 60s and 70s, because it's it's the immovable object meeting the unstoppable force. Yeah. What can you say? Like, Alex, you've already cemented yourself in this league as the greatest champion.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, you defended it 4 times straight. You had that belt for a year, almost 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't think that will ever be matched.
It's gonna be a tough one,
especially now because asterisk. He only competed like once or twice during the past years, whatever. But
what are you gonna
he
do?
Still defended it.
That was the format.
That was the format. But like especially now with all these competitors coming in to the divisions, it's going to be hard to catch that run.
We're going from defending once, maybe twice a year to this year, like, oh, well, you're going to do it again in May. And then after that, you're probably going to do it again a couple months after that. And after that, probably a couple months after that.
Because whoever wins out of me and Alex in May, Laura Kelly's waiting for us.
That's
and
right.
then after that, there's an 8-person tournament. And then after that, there's a 16-person tournament.
It's wild.
So
and then there's a spectacular at the end of the year.
So the title's going to be on the line
a lot.
So we've got a tough road ahead of us. Because once we get past Alex Damon, we got to get past Laura Kelly. Then we got to get past another person. So there's a possibility that, we can see Dimalanta Damon 3 or Dimalanta Damon 4. Can you imagine Alex Damon going into both tournaments and like just sweeping both of them? Can you imagine?
That'd be terrifying.
It's terrifying. So I still don't feel like it's real. I'm waiting for somebody just to pinch me and wake me up and like, hey man, you got your match tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like, damn. So I have no words to describe this feeling of what we accomplished. And people are like, what we accomplished. Because for every night I was at my computer taking notes on one movie, she was right next to me on her computer doing the same exact thing. So I have no words. I'm just waiting for that belt to come in the mail. I was hoping we would get it before this recording, but
what are you gonna
do?
Hopefully before the next one.
Hopefully before the next one we'll have it. I don't know. It will fit up here. We'll find a place for it. But we're gonna do it again in May.
Yeah, I know, because we talk about it like this, like, oh, it's all right. We did
over.
It's the over.
I wish.
It's the end. No, it's not over.
I wish I had like, it's finally done.
All right, guys, I'm going on top.
Yeah, it's not like it's at the end of the Lord of the Rings when it's like, it's done. It's like no, part 1 is done.
Yep.
We gotta go to part 2. So in May, it's gonna be the champion. Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta against, it sounds so weird to say, the challenger, Alex the Demon Damon, part 2.
It's going to be scary.
It's going to be unreal.
A fired up demon.
Yeah, that's going to be something. We haven't seen that kind of demon in a while.
Yeah.
But before that, he has to go through inner geekdom.
That's true.
So I don't know what his mindset is. Do I focus more on that, or do I focus on just all my attention on that belt getting back? Because like I said before, it's not like he didn't know anything. He knew every single thing in this match. It's just he couldn't. That last one, it's just, it sucks. I hate seeing that look on his face of the. Oh.
I know. Like I've probably watched that moment of you being announced 10 jillion times, but
every time it's just like my heart breaks for Alex.
Yes,
it's like,
every time.
You know it, but like it's just like
because you've been there.
Yeah, I've been there.
You felt a level of disappointment. Akin to that.
Yeah.
So, Alex, he has to be amazing.
He's an amazing competitor. Come on. And I joked like, can I just get one match where I don't have to go into like overtime or,
Yeah. And I know that you've said before, can I just get one match where I don't have to challenge and I just can get through it, and no one can be like, well, I don't like that challenge.
Yeah.
I don't think that was right.
Yeah. Can I just get, I want one match without controversy.
Yeah.
Because it feels like every single match I've played in, there's some kind of like, like I won, but did you really win? Kind of thing.
Well, you only won because
of this. Yeah. I just want, man.
I mean, but what are you gonna do?
Well, that's to do, and like everybody, even Roxy. I have to tip my hat to Roxy about not being like salty about the outcome of the challenge. It's like she says, like, hey, I would have told my competitors to do the same exact thing.
You don't want your shot.
Yeah, like you don't want to come out of this title match, a title match in overtime, coming away with that challenge in your pocket. Like it does nothing for you.
Right.
Do it. Might as well challenge it anyways.
Yeah, I did like that she said that. Like, you don't want to leave this match like, should I have challenged that? Do you think they would have given it to me?
Yeah.
Like, no, you throw your hat in the ring and you see what happens. And if it goes your way, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, at least you tried and there's no doubt anymore.
Yeah, there's no doubt in your mind that you didn't do everything possible to win the match.
Exactly.
And like, God, it was
that's what a challenge is for.
Yeah, that's what it's there for.
I mean, it's just, I find it funny when people come at you for this challenge and the scrimshaw challenge. I find it interesting when people come at you for it, but it's
Yeah.
like that's the point of a challenge.
Yeah, and I saw somebody like, comparing the like it's the same challenge as last time. It's like these are two completely different circumstances.
Well, if you get this one, then that means that Joseph should have gotten the one.
Yeah,
in his
something like
match,
that.
and
It's like, no, these are two completely different circumstances.
Yeah.
My challenge in the Scrimshaw match was I was challenging that Scrimshaw's answer wasn't right. In this challenge, I'm challenging but both of our answers was right.
Right.
So it's completely different scenarios.
I could go on about your challenges. Mostly the first one. I could go on for. I don't want to slam this table because it's been through enough. But I could go on for hours. I feel like defending those things. Oh my goodness! It gets me fired up. But that's what a challenge is for.
Yeah, that's what it's there for.
You think something's a little wonky? Hey man, challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point of it. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you win them, sometimes you don't.
Mm-hmm.
But you're never gonna know unless you try. And that's exactly what Roxy did after the fact. You know, when Alex said, "Oh, I just got it. Can I say it?"
She was just like, "Oh,
like,
can
hey,
I just?"
can he say it? He knows it. And it's like, listen, obviously we know that the time expired, but listen, respect her for shooting her shot.
Yeah.
Advocating for her advocating for her player.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to do. You see a little window of opportunity, you step in and you see what happens from there.
Like my the analogy is like that one comedian with the subway, the door, like, oh, I can just get by the side. What was his name?
I can't
remember. But yeah, it's like, yeah, if you see a sliver of hope, go for it, because it was the difference.
Oh, Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie. Hey, Ronnie.
Ronnie Chang.
Ronnie Chang.
He's hilarious. Watch his special on Netflix.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if you see that tiny opening, you try to get in there.
Yeah.
So
it's not over until it's over.
No.
Yeah.
I still feel like I don't even know what to say. I can't really even articulate my words because it's that moment was the culmination of so many minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, even years of work that we have done. And it's not over.
It's not over.
But it was the culmination of so many emotions. And it was just like that moment of, oh my God, I can't believe it happened.
Yeah. Yeah. And somebody might ask, like, would you have done it any way different? Like how do you, looking back on my career, like, do you have any regrets? Do you want it, like, at this point, I want it. I like having it this way, because would I like to go all the way straight to the top of the title undefeated? Sure, everybody loves that story.
Yeah, it's a great story.
But those losses, those first two losses, and that third loss to Ace define me now. It defines my career in such fashion that, like, the
amount of information and knowledge that we have
lessons.
now and lessons we've learned thanks to those losses, our database, if you will, tripled. So I mean,
and it shows. You can knock me down, but I'll come straight back. And I came back for the title. I came back for the title. Just saying it just doesn't feel real. Like, I've said it to myself a million times. I've watched that clip a million times, and every time it's just like, is this real life? Did I actually do it? Like, I have no words. It's unbelievable. So
we could probably ramble on about
this
forever.
We could. So I think we're run long. Yeah. So leave your comments below. Thank you for joining us. I think we'll end on that. I have no words anymore. I have no more words for this past match. And what a match.
Our brains are mush, and we've just given them a break for this weekend, but then it's right back in.
It's right back at it.
Right back into it.
We celebrated, we relaxed. We're gonna get the belt. We're gonna put it somewhere in here, wherever it'll fit. It's in frame. And it's back to work because we gotta do it again in May. Yep. And it very well may go to overtime again. And very well, because it's
very possible.
Me and Alex joked afterwards, like, let's get it to 60 next time, man.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Let's just get it to 60.
A combined score of 101. It's wild.
Yeah, let's get it to the point where Alex is just like, we're done. We'll split the belt in half and.
Can I get a pee-pee break? It's been like, I don't know, 5 hours.
You're gonna have to give me a poop break because I've been sitting here like, just pinching it.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
This is kind of graphic.
On that note, I think we'll end that episode here.
Oh boy.
Nicki Dimalanta, where can they find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at Dimmy, DIMMMYYY.
As for me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew Dimalanta, DIMALANTA. If you listen to this on audio form, thank you for listening. Go ahead and follow the feed and rate us, please.
And if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Click the bell icon in the lower right-hand corner. See when we do things on YouTube.
Congratulations.
Oh.
Thank you for that win. Thank you. I can't thank you enough.
No, big congrats to this guy over here. He did all the heavy lifting. I'm just there to support, and I'm the Bonnie to his Clyde, as I will always say. I will do anything for that. Anything.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. We will see you next time.